Hello internet, and welcome to today's stream. Thanks for watching or coming by. Today is March 11th, 2018. It's a Sunday. It is the Sunday after daylight savings time, and I'm sleepy because I just lost an hour, but I managed to get back in here. So, and also today is the final stream that we'll be doing for Railway Empire for I think quite some time. I do know that the developers of this game are making some updates, but nothing particularly significant. I'll talk about those, or at least what I've heard, later on today. But yeah, today we're going to finish off the free mode game that we started on Wednesday, the one on the West Coast, where we started off in San Diego. And yeah, let's go back into the game right now. I think it's this one, November 10th, yes. Okay. So for those that weren't at, we didn't watch the stream on Wednesday, I'll do a little overview of what happened. So we started in San Diego, as you can see over here, and we have quite the network that we have here. Yeah, we've got two stations in San Diego. We've got an express line that goes from Los Angeles via San Diego to Yuma and Tucson. And there's a bunch of freight lines as well. There's actually a warehouse right here that delivers stuff. Let me just turn up the volume here. Delivers stuff down here to both San Diego and Yuma. And then we just expanded from there. And from Tucson up to Flagstaff. There's another bunch of express lines that go up from Kingman. Bodie was... I should also mention about Bodie. Bodie was a very important city when we expanded to, because yeah, on this map, Southern California has... most of the cities in Southern California have meat processing plants where we bring our cattle, while most of the cities in the north part of California have breweries. So obviously, my cities down in the south didn't have access to beer, so we had to connect to at least one of these cities to rectify that problem. And Bodie is pretty much the first city we connect to provide beer. And then we also... so beer coming from Bodie goes all the way down to that warehouse, as you can see there. And then we also connected up to Elko, up here, which also produces beer. And that one provides beer for... I think we actually even expand to Salt Lake, down to Milford and all this stuff down here. So yeah, we've basically moved into Utah, Nevada, the interior, but we haven't expanded into San Francisco or Sacramento. You'll notice that the cities are very large. That is because we bought out all three competitors at the same time, or virtually the same time. There was Beatrix in this area, and then there's another one up in here, and there's another guy up here, and yeah, no, we just pretty much dominated all of them, and now we're the only railroad in California at the moment. So that should give us some definitely a leeway into doing whatever the heck we want. We can buy industries without getting auctioned. We don't have to, like, Beatrix actually had a station in Los Angeles, and I wanted to get rid of that, so we could expand here. Let's go just review our task list. There isn't much left to do in this scenario. As when you play a free mode scenario, the objectives are actually randomly generated, so some of them may not make sense. But in this case, our biggest one that we have to overcome is this quarterly revenue from passengers. We've already got 1.6 million out of 2.9 million, so we just need to close this gap and just build some more passenger lines. I'm probably going to build a passenger line up to San Fran from Los Angeles. That'll probably make us some big bucks there. And then we also have this goal of connecting San Diego. We already connected to Elko, but we do need to connect to Eugene, which is in Oregon. And Eugene, if you are unfamiliar, is way up here, just south of Portland. So my plan is probably to connect up from Los Angeles to San Fran, probably, and then another passenger line will probably go to San Fran Sacramento to Reading, and then maybe another one up to Eugene. I did see the competitor. I didn't mention this on the last stream. They actually tried going from Gold Beach and through this little... Look at the topography. They actually built a tunnel through here, which I mean, I guess that could work. But we could alternatively just skip Gold Beach and just go around the other way. So yeah, we're gonna have to... We'll figure it out when we get there. So yeah. Oh, and the last task is to own 21 industries and rural businesses. That's pretty much nothing, because if we look at our books, we are making so much money. We're making about 6.2 million per quarter. So we can easily buy any industries that we want. All right, so this is... I just paused it. I almost paused the game here. We're actually running on okay, I don't know what the mode is called, but it's not normal mode. We are going to get a lower score from this at the end of the scenario, but I don't really care. We're just here to build trains. So let's see if the 862,000 that I have, I'm going to see if we can start... I'm going to start with the passenger line. Eventually we do have to probably rebuild the freight lines between San Fran and Sacramento. Probably put a warehouse here again, just like we did in the campaign mission. Because if we don't, then these cities are going to just start shrinking, and that's not good for business. So let's go to Los Angeles. We're going to build a second station. Probably the north one's going to be for freight traffic, but let's focus on trying to build a passenger line all the way up to San Fran. So let's go back to San Fran here. San Fran will probably have 2 stations as well, so let's go... I'm gonna build a south station. Actually, let's build a north station first, because it's closer to the Bay Area. And we'll build it maybe right there. And then the south one will be just parallel. Okay, oh, really? Oh, maybe I should have built the south one first. Okay, well, we're gonna connect up... the cities in this game don't allow you to build a second station until you actually connect there. Oh, hey, Kogri. Thanks for coming by. So as I said, this will probably be the last Railway Empire stream I'm going to be doing for a bit. I was looking at some updates from the developers. They post them onto their Steam page. I'm not doing this right, am I? And it looks like the next update... Oh, I'm gonna have to I'm not doing this right at all. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, so the update they're planning to do is a map of all of the United States. It's a huge map, apparently. It's actually in beta testing right now, from what I've heard. What am I doing? That is the worst line I've ever built. Okay. So, yeah, but other than that, that's the only update that I've seen them do, and to me, that's not really... Okay, that's a 20% incline there. Maybe I should stop talking and stop trying to build a line while I'm doing this. But yeah, no, in terms of like content, that's not exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, I'll probably go and play the large USA map that they'll have eventually. Also, in addition to that, they'll have a scenario, or at least a way to play through all timelines. So unlike in free mode, where we're just constrained, look at the research, we're just constrained to this time period. I was hoping that they have a mode where you could just play straight from 1820 all the way up to like 19 whatever, and then, you know, just go through the ages like that, because it'd be fun to just sort of see your railway evolve over time like that. And you know, unlock all the new technologies, just basically go through all of them. But yeah, no, for the time being, I think we're gonna take a break from Railway Empire. I mean, it's been fun. But unless they come up with some major DLC, or maybe a lot more scenarios that might be interesting, I think I'm gonna have to take a pretty long break from this game. That said, I wouldn't that said, if they do that, then I'd be glad to come back to this game and play it. Okay, that is the worst S-curve ever. Why is it doing that? Get rid of that. No, don't do that. This thing's not curved right. There we go. So I did see a 20% incline somewhere. Yeah, right over here. I'm not sure how to... What's going on here? So... Let's look at the... Okay, there's the contour. Do I have to go up here instead, maybe? No, that's an incline there too. Oh, that's... What is it trying to do there? Yeah, so it goes up this hill and then it... You can't really get around that, can you? You have to go... Even that's going to be just an 11%. That's even worse. So this hill's kind of in the way. I wonder if we can try to tunnel through this, maybe. Or maybe just dig through it. That works too. So yeah, in the meantime, there are some new games are coming out, as some of you probably know. On Wednesday, Wednesday I'm going to be playing, it's not a new game, but it is very frequently updated. It's called Oxygen Not Included. I have played that game off stream a bit in previous updates, so I'm going to try to get back into it, and try to play some of the newer updates that I haven't gotten to. If you're not familiar with what the game is about, basically it's a sort of like space colony sim game where actually you're trapped inside an asteroid of some sort, or some sort of planet, and you're just basically trying to survive. You have no access to food, oxygen, or water immediately anyway, and you have to basically survive. And it's not just one person, it's a colony of people that have different skills and desires, you could say. And yeah, it's a fun little game. There's a lot of interesting little systems, like, you know, piping water, piping gas, like trying to produce electricity, all these sort of things. And yeah, we'll try to play that maybe once a week or so. And then of course on Thursday I'll be playing some Surviving Mars, which is coming out on that date. And those two games will probably be the ones that we'll be playing for the foreseeable future. Okay, so I've got this incline down to 12 and 14%. I think that's the best I can do, really, unless I try... Actually, I could probably just go slightly around this hill. Actually, if I go... Let's see, I think I can do something like that. So 8%, 12%, 0, 1, 0. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna build this. This costs 250,000. I should really focus on the game now. And then let's double it. I think we should have enough money for this. And I want to just get this passenger line started first. We're probably going to see the cities of San Fran and Sacramento just shrink a little bit, because we're not going to be able to get to there immediately. At the very least, we can start generating revenue from this express line. Yeah. I'm still looking for games to play. Oh wait, I should build that there, and then rebuild the station for build the South San Francisco station. So let's do that, and then divert the track. So let's go kill this thing. See, on the horizon, the only other game other than Oxygen Not Included and Surviving Mars is BattleTech, which I think for a lot of you might be something you'll be totally unfamiliar with. If you ever played MechWarrior or Mech Command or any of those games, it's basically a return. It's basically from the same universe. It's a turn-based, but the difference is it's a turn-based game where you are commanding a unit or a squad of giant mechs with lasers and missiles and PPC cannons. And, yeah. Oh, did I do this right? I feel like I'm not doing this right, because I kind of want to... You know what? I think we're just going to expand... I should have just expanded this station to full, because I want to use the outermost track on this part. So let's go destroy this. And then connect this up like so. There we go. Actually, let me... That's the wrong track. I don't want that piece. I want this piece here. And we'll connect this down. Okay, so let's put some signals in. But as I was saying, yeah, Battletech is coming out in April. That's the only other game that I'm looking forward to. Looks pretty good, actually. But other than that, I still... Oxygen not included. Usually when I played it off stream, it usually only lasts about... I mean, maybe a few game sessions, maybe about, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours or so. Because eventually your colony starts to die off, or it just becomes... Well, just there's not much left to do. So... Fred says you should have it so that only one person survives. That doesn't work, because the one person can't do everything. There's a limited amount of oxygen in that game, and they can't. There's a bunch of machines that you can build to produce that oxygen, but you also need food. You also need someone, you know, to produce power, and that one person probably can't do everything. So essentially in that game you sort of assign jobs to each of your people, and then they sort of specialize in that. There's even one where you can specialize in art, because if you don't provide, you know, some creative output or outlet for your workers, they tend to go batshit crazy, and that's not good. The fun thing about that game is when the people in Oxygen Not Included go crazy, they have different reactions to how they cope. Some of them fall asleep, some of them vomit, some of them start destroying machines, or even attacking people. So... Kroger says something in direction of XCOM or Battle Brothers. I'm not familiar with Battle Brothers. I have played XCOM though. Actually both of them. XCOM... Actually, not just both of them. I played the original XCOM. The one that came out, like the OG one that came out, I think in the 80s or 90s, I think. So I played that one. That was an excellent game. Right, so supply towers. Let's put a couple here and there. Maybe you also want to probably get that corn in here somewhere, but I guess that'll go to San Fran instead. So maybe just over here. But yeah, no, I've played XCOM, in terms of the modern XCOM games, I've played XCOM 1, XCOM 2. I haven't played the expansions though. The games are really good, the games are pretty good, but usually what happened is I usually just play through the campaign on single player for those, and then just stop playing. I know there's like a multiplayer aspect to those games, but I just never bothered playing those. Okay, we're gonna unpause the game because I need some money. So let's... Oh, spacebar. I'll just collect a little bit more so we can get a maintenance yard in San Fran. I should also probably... 39 stations, good. Yeah, the money's just flowing in. Breweries in Baker City. I don't think I'm going to expand there, so I'm not gonna pass on that. Okay, so now, yeah, the money's just flowing in, so if I just pause for a few seconds, I'm just gonna make so much money. I'm gonna expand... Actually, let's not expand that station yet. Let's build this guy. We're gonna call this... Okay, so I don't have enough space for a single letter. So let's call that San Francisco S station, and this will be San Francisco N. Is that N? Yeah, it is north, okay. And then we can start building some more supply towers. I think we need definitely at least 3 or 4 on this one. So let's put one right outside Los Angeles, maybe right there. And then maybe, yeah, let's put 2 more. Let's put one right here. And then maybe one on the outside of this curve here. Fred says maybe you'll get lucky and get stuck with Matt Damon. What does that mean? What's so special about Matt Damon? I feel like I'm missing a movie reference. You should know that I don't really care for movies that much. They don't really interest me. Well, like a lot of my in real life friends, they like to drag me over to watch like the Marvel movies. Like seems like every few months there's another new Marvel movie, and I just get, I don't know. I don't feel really entertained by those movies. It's just usually this just a lot of action. Maybe you'll have some scenes of romance or sort of just sort of, you know, the just a sort of mainstream contemplation or whatever. It's just very, I just get bored by those movies basically. Okay, oh, passengers mail only. We should probably just go ahead and unlock the diesel engine as well, because I haven't actually played with it. I also don't have enough money to well, now I do, so I'll get a Super Hudson for now. But yeah, no, we should wait. I think our next unlock should be the EMD-E unit here. It's definitely an improvement over the Hudson and the Super Hudson. And yeah, we're probably going to go and upgrade, or try to upgrade, all of our Super Hudsons into diesels. But there's our first Super Hudson train heading down to Los Angeles from San Fran. I'll probably clone this guy in a bit here. You can probably fit a lot of trains on this route. Okay. Okay, let's clone one more. But yeah, Fred, I still understand your reference to Matt Damon. Is there something I'm missing here? Oh. Our bond has matured. 76,000. Oh yeah, we were going to, that's a weird message. We were actually going to get some bonds to just start expanding, so maybe I should just go ahead and do that instead. We've paid off all our bonds, so we can get like $5 million bonds right now, which is quite fantastic. So yeah, you know what? Let's now let's use these bonds. Let's save. I'm gonna save the game again one more time, and let's get these bonds going. I'm just gonna take out both of them. I think that was a plan. That's what I was planning to do at the start of this stream. So we have $11 million. And yeah, let's start connecting these two cities before the freight lines before I do that. But I'm just gonna step away for a sec here because there's I got to go check on something in the kitchen here. So just hold on. I'll be just very right back here. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, basically, my fridge was making some weird noises, so I decided to unplug it. I think there's something wrong with the defroster in that fridge, because I think the fan inside of it is getting choked up with ice. So, Fred says, you know, from The Martian. Oh, yes, I watched that movie. It was okay. It was all right. Fred also says the Marvel movies are often the same exact formula with different characters, not very story rich. Yep. The thing that annoys me though is people, like, they're very popular and then they make money for everyone involved, both Marvel and the movie studios, and it just feels like it's all, yeah, it's just the same formula over and over again, and there's no stopping it because that's what people want. They don't really care about story or anything, they just want same crap over and over again, which is honestly kind of frustrating. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like being mainstream. Okay, so we're going to use San Francisco Station to... Well, I guess we could use our... Actually, we could probably still use these other tracks down here instead. So we'll save San Francisco for later. And we're going to build a warehouse. And we want to build it probably over here, just on the edge of this hill if we can. Maybe right here. Can't exactly remember where I think it was around in this area where we built the warehouse in the campaign mission. And in Sacramento, yeah, we'll have 2 stations in Sacramento as well. This will have, yeah, so we'll have one on the outside here and one on the inside. Of course, it's telling me, no, you can't connect here because you haven't connected. So I can't build a second station yet. I have to connect things up first. So let's think about, this is all basically all the same industries we had previously in the campaign missions. So we need to bring vegetables and fruit in. We have cattle, got some corn. Sugar, I'm not so sure if we need, because there's also sugar coming from up here. So let's start building some small stations. Maybe, yeah, I think over here I had several stations, I think. I seem to remember this part. I think I built... Yes, I think I built... Did I build the station on this side or that side? Because this hill's kind of nasty. I guess we'll try to... Actually, we can probably move it far down, as far as we can. Maybe like here? Maybe there? Just so we don't have to go up the hill. Oh, that should have been a small station. Okay, so we're going to use this. Let's use this far track here. This is very familiar. I feel like I've done this before. I'm getting a sense of deja vu from this. Okay, so we're going to connect this up and then move on to the fruit stand. Then let's bring this down here. We're gonna switch that over if we can. And then let's bring this track up. I'm gonna spend all 11 million, honestly, and see how far we get. We'll probably try to connect up to Reading as well, at the very least. Okay, so there we go. We have that line set up. I also want to see, so cattle, there's corn. Corn will probably go to the warehouse, I think, as well. There's also wood way up here. I remember connecting up here, and then the wood actually... We could actually try to deliver all the wood down to the warehouse as well. I'm not sure how easy that'll be. And I think that's all. That's it, really, because there's milk over here, but that's a bit finicky to get to. We could skip the sugar, maybe. Let's see, then... So let's maybe build the track for the warehouse first. Or, so the ones that'll connect the warehouse to the cities. So let's do... Yeah, leave that for the sugar. We'll bring... Let's use this track. And I'll use the... I guess we'll use that track there, because I think we will bring the wood all the way down here. Actually, we can bring beer from Reading instead as well, because these two cities actually produce meat. So what we can do is meat can go into the warehouse and then get shipped up to Reading like that, and then beer can flow down to the warehouse and then get distributed between these two cities. I think that's going to be our plan. So we're going to use this track here. Oh, actually, no, we need... Shoot, we need actually 2 tracks, don't we? Because we want to have two-way traffic on this thing. So that's a bit of a problem. Guess we'll have to use those tracks, maybe? Okay, it's not liking that very much. We could also go for multiple warehouses. Like, even we could, alternatively, we could instead just have this warehouse for stuff around, just locally around this in this area. And we'll have a separate line that connects wood and beer all the way down without any warehouse. I think that's a better idea. So let's do that instead. I'm going to actually build on this track on the outside. Doesn't seem to like that very much. Guess we'll build there. Then let's connect this up to Sacramento Station. Do we want the... Let's see, let's use the outer track for that. Actually, the very outer track. Like that. It's a 13% incline. I don't know if I can... Oops. Where'd my thing go? Yeah, we can make a really high bridge and reduce the incline quite a bit here, so that makes it like 4 and 3% rather than 13 and whatever the other one was. Okay, so we're gonna connect this up. Okay, so what else do we need? Yeah, let's connect up the cattle and the corn. I think I'm going to have these two share that second track there. So let's go... Yeah, I think I did this. I remember we did this in the campaign mission, and the challenge back then was we didn't have enough... We definitely did not have enough money to do any of this. I'm gonna actually move this station far away like this. The reason I'm doing this is I want to be able to have a track in between here so we can grab the sugar for San Francisco. So let's do that. We're going to... This is not a great incline here. So you can do this. I think we probably want to double this track. I'm not sure how I'm going to get the corn over there, though. That's the problem here. Let's see. Let's start... I'm gonna see if I can... Let's start by doubling this cattle track first. If I can. Actually, why can't I build this part here? Whoops. Redo. There we go. So all the way down like so, and then... I don't know. How does this work? So if I do that, that's kind of nasty. So we can do... Nope, it doesn't like that. I really hate making switches on curves with this game is just not fun for the whole family, I would say. Actually, maybe a better idea, you know what? Let's remove this track. Since this is the most curvy part, I'm going to... let's build the corn line first, and since that'll be more straight, I think. So let's do 9%, 12%, jeez. So let me get rid of that. I gotta get rid of that point there. So this will go... that's a 7% incline, not great. Here, remove this thing. So 13%. That's actually, this is actually a little bit better. Okay, and then if we, yeah, we can go on the outside of this. Let's double this guy up. Yeah. I mean, for the folks, I made this, I made a tweet yesterday, so in case you're wondering, yes, so daylight savings time has begun in North America. So if you are in Europe, my streams for you will be starting about an hour earlier for you. So do keep that in mind. So today I started for you guys, it'll be 6 p.m. UTC rather than 7. This is only going to happen, this is only going to last for the next couple weeks, because I think European summertime begins pretty soon, I believe. So no big deal there. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so how did we do this? We're going to connect that track? Don't remember how I did this. So, and then we're going to have a... whoa, we can't really do that, can we? Shoot. I'm trying to see if I can... let's see, so there's a switch here. We can... the closest we can switch off is probably there. And then do that. That's kind of icky, though. Let's see if I can make this nicer. Nope, it's being difficult. So you can do this. But then doubling this track is going to be... I guess we'll just have to do this, I guess. No? Or maybe like this? Yeah, like this. Oh, hey, Gods. God says, just got back from a 20-mile weighted walk, so I'm going to be lurking while I'm packing stuff. Unpack and sort stuff out. Cool. Yeah, 20 miles is a lot. I actually went on a walk yesterday. We went on a little trail, urban trail, with a friend. It would be equivalent to about, we went about 15, maybe less than 15 kilometers. I don't know my miles to kilometer conversion, so it took about 2 hours for us to do. Actually, 15 kilometers doesn't sound right. It's probably more like 10 kilometers, I think, or less. But yeah, it was fun. I need to get back into doing walks, but I don't know, winter... we've had some late snow. Actually, the UK has had that too, I think. But we had some late snow as recently as a couple weeks ago. And also it rains quite a bit over here. Okay, does that look good? So this train can switch. Okay. I think that looks pretty good there. So we got cattle, corn, vegetables, and fruit, all part of a balanced diet. Actually, yeah, probably all. It's a very balanced diet there. And let's see. 20 miles is 35 kilometers. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely not walking the same sort of distance you are, Gods. Plus I'm old. My body can't handle that right now. Or ever. At this age. Instead, I just want to sit at home and build trains. Okay, there we go. Let's set up our trains now. So let's start fruit and veggies. Very important. Food. And I'm actually going to do a little change here. We're definitely using the Texas. But I also want to, I think... Yeah, let's add, we're going to add the, we haven't tried this before. We're going to add a refrigerator car. This is going to add 20% revenue. And I think for fruit and veggies, this actually works. So let's do that. Oh, I forgot to add, did I not add a train? I added a train, didn't I? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's sitting there. The game is paused, so we're gonna set up all the trains first. And then go from there. For cattle, I'm pretty sure refrigerator car is not gonna help because I don't think refrigerating the moo-moos, the cows, is gonna it's gonna be not very pleasant for them, so we're gonna leave that alone. I'll actually let's clone 2 trains of this. Let's also, for the fruit and veggies, let's clone 4 trains, or have 4 trains in total there. And then for the corn, we'll start with 2 trains for this one. This one I'm not sure if refrigerator cars actually make a difference. I'm gonna try putting them on this one. So let's do that and clone this one. So those are all of our resources coming in. So, oh, we should also, of course, I forgot to add to make sure these are accepted at the warehouse. So we might be, the first trains coming out of this might be empty, but that's fine. So meat, no, not meat. Or wait, shoot. No, this is fine because meat is produced in the cities. We can just have that line. So let's get rid of meat. We don't want it coming back to the warehouse. What else do we need? Where's our fruit and vegetables? There it is. So maxed all of that out. Let's build a maintenance building on this spot and also Sacramento. Okay, let me select the station. There we go. Yeah, I always forget to do that, so to accept the goods. It's just a habit of mine. I would like to build the lines first. Also, I don't think you get money from transporting things to a warehouse. Oh, so that would be actually... That's kind of silly. Okay, in that case, then let's get rid of the rail cars. Let's get back going. Well, actually, none of the trains have started running yet, so I'm gonna have to let them pause just carefully right now. And actually, let's also set up, before we do that, let's set up the line from San Fran to... Okay, so why can't you connect there? Oh, that's the wrong station. San Francisco South, warehouse. And then back. Freight only. And let's see, Texas. And then clone. I really want to use that refrigerator car though. But it seems like we're probably never going to have the opportunity to do so. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is wait for these trains to come out. So that's full of fruit. Unfortunately, I can't select the additional trains because they don't show up in my train list here. So this one, yeah, we're gonna get rid of the refrigerator car. Goodbye. I don't think it loaded the... Oh wait, did I put signals on this thing? No, I didn't. Whoops. My bad. I also forgot supply towers as well. So I gotta fix that problem. Okay, so that section there... Ooh, it's pretty stormy over here. Actually, this train's on the wrong track. What is this doing? Why is it stuck here? Is this broken down? Oh, there it goes. I was actually paused. So we'll let that train go, and then we'll put these signals in. Let's put in some supply towers while we're waiting. So for here, I guess we'll have actually two separate supply towers because I don't want trains stuck just blocking each other in front of the station there. Let's put one here and one there. And then for our line over here, let's put one outside San Francisco there. And this one, let's put this outside Sacramento. There we go. And then on this line, yeah, let's wait for this train to go. Oh, it looks like I was able to accept the goods in time, so it looks like the first trains are actually delivering. So that's a good sign. Geez, that storm is huge. Okay, so let's fix this problem here. And add those signals in. Okay, and then we'll add our supply tower right here. I don't know if we need another one maybe over here. Yeah, sure, let's put one there. Okay, oh, unpause the game. Yeah. So as I said, this will be the last Railway Empire stream for a while. Until they do any significant updates to the game. But, yeah, no, it's been fun. We played through the campaign, we played through 4 scenarios. We didn't complete 2 of them, though. Exactly. Because they were actually quite difficult. And then we played this free mode game, which we do need to get this quarterly revenue from passengers up very soon, so I'm going to try to avoid pausing the game too much here. Let's actually... Yeah, I think I'm going to just set up the passenger lines right now. So let's start off... Actually, before we do this, let's keep on adding more trains onto this line here. I also wonder maybe... Do I have enough money to upgrade all my Super Hudsons to the diesels? No, I don't even have the... Okay. We might actually say... We actually keep a little bit of money here just to see... Does it tell me? Okay. Oh, I don't have information on this, so I don't know how much this is going to cost. But I'm assuming it's probably going to be in the millions to upgrade all our Super Hudsons into EMDs. So we'll leave a bit of money for that. Yeah, break down weather there. In the meantime, though, yeah, let's build our express line. So let's build the second Sacramento station, which will be over. I think we'll actually build it farther out, maybe right there or something. And then let's build a station in Reading. Reading is going. We're gonna have a passenger line probably on... I think we will go through Gold Beach. It's another city we can go to. So let's build that station there. And let's build a passenger line, an express line from Reading to San Francisco. Okay, so sugar's gonna go for there. This cloud is kind of in the way, making it difficult to build. I do want a freight line on this side. So yeah, let's use the outermost track here, or I guess innermost track, depending on how you look at it. We can even try bridging across the bay here just a little bit. Since we have all the money in the world, so we can build as many bridges that we want. And let's connect this up all the way up the hill to Sacramento. Just cross all of those rivers there. It's gonna be a bit of a tight turn here. So I think I'll build... Yeah, I want this to be the outer track, maybe? I don't know. We'll see how this works here. in a sec, so we'll do this. Can I build an more inner track here? Probably not. So I guess we're gonna be stuck with... Actually, it's not even letting me build a switch here. Let's try redoing this. Whoops. Ah. Ah. I really do want to connect up to here, but if I can't build a double track, this shortcut's kind of not useful to me. What about here? And maybe there. Enough space here? Nope. What I could do is maybe move San Francisco Station back a bit. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try that. So let's blow this whole thing up. And then move this station maybe way back here. Okay, there's no need for... This is going to be a terminus, of course. Then we can do... There we go. And then that should give us enough space here to switch. There we go. And then there's our express track, though I do need to redo this part because I want this track to go on the second track there. And then, okay, let's redo this part again. Going through the storm here, this long ass bridge here. Okay, something is wrong. Where it's probably back here again. Always back here. Okay, so there's our first section from San Fran to Sacramento. Now we have to... How the heck did we get to Redding? Because I remember this part was not very fun to build, and it's basically this slanted hill, and then there's mountains way up here, and then flatland there. I wonder if we can maybe just bridge across this. Because it kind of looks like we could, like from this standpoint here, just go across the river and everything, across this valley essentially. Then bridge back up there. Let's see, let's follow this contour. Could probably do that. So let's try going up to maybe that spot, and then maybe just going straight up to Redding, like this. So we've got this bridge that sort of, you know, like essentially bridges the gap that we have here. It's a lot, and we don't have to curve or anything. Can probably straighten things out a little bit. Maybe there's a 6% incline there. Can use that track there. Alright, so this is okay. Let's build that. And then, yeah, we'll just double this up. Oh, it actually cuts through the ground quite a bit here. Alright. Okay, so there we go. That is... Yeah, that's an express line. So let's set that up right now. Signal everything up. And oh, missing a signal there. And missing a signal over here. We also need to deliver goods into Redding, which I am aware of. There is grain in a couple spots here, but I'm not sure which one I should go for. There's the one on the way to Gold Beach. That's the one we use in the campaign mission. But yeah, Redding's going to start declining if we don't do anything about it soon. Okay, supply towers. Let's put one right in the middle there. And let's put two of them on this part. Let's put one before the bridge, so right here. And then one closer to Redding. Right here, I think. Okay. Check our maintenance buildings quickly. So I think this one bring this back. Bring the name back there. Okay, maintenance building there. Let's build one in San... Oh, we've got to rename these stations too. So Sacramento East. And Sacramento West. And this one can get a building. And then Reading... Let's rename this already. Let's go Reading West. And build that there. Okay. Next month, looks like next month we will be able to get the EMD. So I'm not sure if I should wait. I think maybe I'll wait a month. And then we'll unlock the EMD. And then we'll just build that line up. Fred says, oh, by the way, Fremble, have you played Transport Fever recently or since this time last year? Yes, I have played it after the stream, after I played it on stream. I did play it one more time, I think about 3 or 4 months ago, off stream. And yeah, I built another system, buses, trains, all that stuff. It was fun. But eventually, I think I actually got to a point where the game actually started crashing because there was just so much stuff on the map that the game couldn't keep up, and I think it just sort of collapsed on itself. So, yeah. Okay, supply towers. We should also think about how to... Yeah, we also need to get the beer from Reading back down to Sacramento, so maybe I should build the freight line right now. And then get the grain down there as well. Okay, so let's build a parallel line. I guess it's, yeah, it essentially will be a parallel line here to the express line. I have to build a separate bridge here though. So let's do this. And this one, yeah, no, I'm just going to... Actually, can probably share this supply tower here. So let's do that, and then it'll split off here again, because, again, no quadruple bridges. And this, I guess both of these lines will just use up this whole station here. So, yeah, let's do that. And then, yeah, no, this is basically a passenger and freight line next to each other, basically. But yeah, in terms of if you're asking whether I'm going to maybe play Transport Fever again, the answer is probably not. What the hell is that? Why is it trying to go around in a circle there? That... What the heck happened there? Okay, let's try this again. But yeah, no, if you're asking whether I'm going to be playing Transport Fever again, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's a good game. It has the same sort of issues that we're having with track building, like in Railway Empire here. But I don't know. If I really can't find anything else to play, then maybe I will play it, but I would rather play some new games or different games than play that again if I can. So let's bring this guy up here. We're gonna switch that in. And then, yeah, I'm gonna bring this guy up. We're gonna probably move the supply tower down a little bit to maybe try to share that one, maybe. Okay, and this one goes into that station somehow. And yeah, so this supply tower here can probably be moved. Oops. Why can't I blow it up? There we go. Move down a little bit so that it... Yeah, right here. Then we can add signals in. Yeah, they did update a bunch of things in Transport Fever. I do remember they did make some improvements. But Yeah, I don't know, like, I think I want to try to, I know the theme of this channel is about transport games, and since I've already played through the game once, and I did play quite a bit last time, like last year when I streamed. I just feel like, in terms of variety, I think I want to try to move on to something else. But that's just me. Okay, so signal that up. Okay, January 17, so we got still half a month to go before we can get to EMD. Let's just control-click there. Okay, so there's our freight line. So that's going to bring meat up to Reading and beer down from Reading. But we need to provide grain into Reading in order for that to work. So I need to make a decision here. Yeah, I think let's try this. Let's try the thing that the competitor did. We're gonna try to build a tunnel from Gold Beach to Eugene instead of going through this other way. This grain farm is actually kind of out. You have to kind of go out a bit and then back in. Whereas this one, the grain is actually in between Gold Beach and Reading, so we can deliver the grain between these two cities, and then have the pasture line also go beyond Gold Beach up to Eugene as well. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So let's do that. How best to do that though? Because this is also very challenging. Though we did build a trestle across this river, if I imagine. That was a nice one to build. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do, we have two tracks open. Actually, the most inside one, track 1, and the most outside one, track 4. We're using the two middle ones right now. So let's build the freight line first, actually. So we're gonna take this track and bridge it across. And then we have to go up this hill. Can't really get around that. And then let's build the stations first, actually. So here, we want actually a two-way station here. And then, actually this part down here, just going down from this grain farm down to Gold Beach is going to be pretty nasty. So actually I want to move this as far away as possible if I can. So maybe there. And then bridge this across to connect, maybe like there. So there's our trestle. So I wonder if I can try straighten this out a little bit. There we go. That's pretty nice. And then let's double that bridge up. It's so nice to not worry about. I feel like I'm playing sandbox mode right now, because I just have all the money that I need. It's very freeing. But the reason I don't play sandbox mode is, especially when you're just starting off for the whole game, like I don't feel like I've accomplished anything with sandbox mode. It's fun to build it, but there's no challenge basically. But here I feel more comfortable playing because I've built everything else so far down here. I feel like I've accomplished something. I've completed this challenge, and I'm getting satisfaction from that by getting money from all those existing lines that we have. So I feel a lot more comfortable building like this. Fred says maybe you could play with workshop content. I generally don't play with third-party mods or workshop content very much. Sometimes they're a bit hit and miss for me, and personally, I'm more of a person who likes I'm not a person who particularly likes the trains themselves or the vehicles themselves. I'm a person who likes building networks. I like building stations. I like building, systems like these transport systems. I'm not what you would call a... There's like two kinds of... Well, maybe not, maybe it's too basic to say two kinds of rail fans. But but I think but if I had to describe them, there's one that really likes the vehicles, really likes the trains themselves. They're the ones who actually take the pictures of them all the time. Or, you know, try to find those, like steam trains and other things. And then the other ones who like the networks, like what are the implications of building these transport systems? Like, you know, building they're basically the planners. Like, what routes are the best? What routes are the most optimized? And I think I definitely fall into that latter category, I think. Okay, Gold Beach is up ahead. I'm gonna figure out... I don't think we'll ever build a second station in Gold Beach because there's simply no room to do that. So let's see what I'll need here. I need some pass-through to get to Eugene. So we'll definitely do that. We could even go up to Portland even, because we can get some more passenger volume from there. Might as well go up to Portland, actually. So we need 2 tracks for that, for the two-way traffic. And then 1 for the terminating grain train. And I don't know if there's not really much else. There's corn over there, but I don't think we can bring that in. So at most we'll probably be using 3 tracks here. So let's do maybe actually this way. And okay, so the freight train's going to use, or the grain train I should say, will use this track here. It'll terminate at Gold Beach. And then, yeah, the passenger train, I guess we can just use these outer tracks like this. Yeah, let's do, so we have to go around, do we have to go around the station? We could probably just upgrade this just to make things, like the passenger trains aren't going to stop at Collins Preserve right there. But just to make it easier and I don't have to build a track outside of the station, I'm just going to upgrade it to 4 since we have the money. And let's start building the express line here. So this one's going to need its own separate bridge, so I have to figure out how to do that. Maybe I shouldn't have done this because actually I might not have enough space to build this bridge properly. No, okay, now we're okay. So we can build the bridge like that. And then keep on going. And then here I also have to split off and build my own bridge. And then this one's gonna stop right there. And then let's build the other way here. See, essentially I'm just gonna build, this part might seem boring, but we're just gonna build all the express lines that we can and then just launch all the trains with the EMDs. And then see if we can reach the 2.9. Also all the freight trains too, because we need to keep maintaining the size of these cities. Okay, so here's the fun part. Gold Beach to Eugene. Let's build Eugene Station first. Guess the best spot for this would probably be... Portland's actually on... If we could just probably avoid crossing the river and just go around like that. So maybe just having a station like this might be best. So let's do maybe right there. So there's going to be a hard turn right here into the mountains here. And we also have to find the best spot to cross. I think it was actually, if I recall correctly, there's this little, I mean, it's not necessarily the lowest point, but well, actually it is probably the lowest point within these mountains. But I don't think it matters because I think we're just going to tunnel straight through. The Fred says the workshop has maps and stuff though. And besides, who doesn't want a nuclear powered train that spends most of your money? I don't think I want a nuclear powered train either, like, honestly, because I get more satisfaction from making money. I'm not going to spend something that doesn't make money. If I want nuclear powered stuff, I'd play Interplanetary, which, here's a segue here. We are going to be playing on Friday for this week's Friendly Friday. Friendly Friday. I can't even pronounce Friday. Unfortunately, LD's brother isn't able to play, so we only have 3. We only have LD, Chief, and myself. So I did post a message in our Discord. If you are interested in playing, and you have the game, please let me know, because the more players, again, the more players in Friendly Friday, the better. And yeah, no, we're totally welcome to any of you in the Discord to join us, so please consider that. Okay, so this track, let me just make sure I did this right. So it's, yeah, this rightmost track here. Okay. Oh, so we've connected to Eugene. I did build a tunnel here, didn't I? Yeah, there's our tunnel there. So let's double that tunnel. Go to Eugene. Okay, and then let's might as well just go up to Portland too, since it's just right over there. We'll follow the river, the left side. So, I mean, we could build bridges, but that's boring. So I like a riverside sort of build. Let's see, Portland again. This area has no real resources, at least in this time frame. So we'll just stick with one station. Let's build it maybe right. Actually, right in the middle might be fine. No, let's build right there. Okay, and then, yeah, let's connect up to Portland. I'll use the innermost track here. So this will be closest to the river. Yeah. So yeah, in terms of the Friendly Fridays, it's going to be a little weird. This week's Friendly Friday will probably be it's gonna be the last one for a bit, because the next 2 weeks are a little bit weird. Next week, I actually got a notice from my my hydroelectric company, my power company. Apparently they're doing some maintenance in my neighborhood, and they're actually having a scheduled power outage for my whole apartment building, and probably most of this neighborhood block, on not this Thursday but the next Thursday. And I was going to play Orwell, the final episode of that, episode 3, on that day, because that's when it comes out. But it looks like I'm going to have to move that to Friday. And also there's the fact that LD isn't available on the next 2 Fridays after this Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna so next week the Friendly Friday is gonna be canceled, unfortunately. It'll be replaced by an Orwell. I'll play Orwell on the Friday instead, and finish off that game. And then on the Friday after that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing, because usually LD is there to play the games that I usually play. So I'm going to have to think of some other plan there. Either that or cancel that Friendly Friday as well. But I'll let you guys know what I'll decide on the Discord and schedules and those lovely social medias. So be sure to tune in for that. We also have a problem right now. LD and I have a problem right now of trying to find new games to play for Friendly Friday. We went back and played Offworld, and we'll probably play that again. It's a good game. But we're starting to get to a point where we're going back to games we've already played. So Interplanetary this week is a good example of that. But yeah, we're looking for some. We're up to look for some new, or maybe not even new, but even just other multiplayer games to play. And so far, we're kind of at a loss. Some ideas I have is like there's StarCraft, even like we've already played Age of Empires, which is an RTS, and Off-World Trading Company is technically an RTS game as well. So we could try playing StarCraft. I'm not sure if it'd be StarCraft 1 or 2. There is a new remastered version of StarCraft, which I've played a little bit of, so that might be fun to do. Fred says, fun fact, we don't have nuclear-powered planes because apparently jet engines emitting radiation is bad for the planet. Yes, that is true. Yeah, radiation up in the atmosphere, that's, I think we already have radiation up there anyway. So I think trying to mess with that is a no-go. I remember the whole ozone layer thing, or ozone layer scare that happened in the 90s. Fortunately, that problem is no longer an issue because the cause of that was mainly chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs. Those are usually made by like air conditioners or industrial processes. But fortunately for that, there was enough international cooperation. This might have been actually after some of your guys' time. But there was enough international cooperation for basically people to solve the problem. Which is weird because we have evidence, we have distinct evidence that because of that cooperation, the ozone layer the hole in the ozone layer got repaired. But now we're having the same problem with global warming, where there seems to be definitely some contention about, I guess because it affects more industries, it affects everything really, anything that produces greenhouse gases. So governments are definitely less inclined to do much about it, because it affects industry, it affects our, transportation, like, we still use fuel vehicles or petroleum vehicles to power things, or also like power generation, coal is still used quite a bit in the world. So yeah, and also there's people who just deny that it's technically the word global warming is not the correct word to use. It's really climate change. And there's still people out there who deny that's even a problem, or claim that scientists are making this sort of stuff up because they want research grants or something, or there's some sort of hidden agenda, which is that I can tell you that's a flat out fabrication there. Okay, so there's our supply towers. Let's add some maintenance buildings. I'm not sure why I'm talking about, because I'm starting to, this feels like a political discussion in some ways, or at least some people could interpret it that way, but didn't intend to go this route. I think when Fred mentioned nuclear, I just sort of went on a tangent there. Does Reading have one? Yes. Okay, so Reading does have that. We can at least start. Actually, we can set up let's set up the freight lines, because we're not going to be able to upgrade that locomotive. So let's do this. Let's go Gold Beach, Collins Preserve, Reading. And this train, oh shoot. Actually, yeah, think about it. I think the passenger train, we're gonna have to make sure that's on the right. No, I think this is okay. So this will be freight only. Actually has to stop there again because we want to ship some grain into Gold Beach. So let's do that. then Texas. And then now we've also got the points. It's the points unlocked. So let's unlock the EMD. And let's build our passenger line. I'm going to actually start in Portland for this one. So Portland, Eugene, Gold Beach, Reading, West, then back. Woo woo. Then, well, there's our fancy new EMD. It costs a lot though. Actually, look at that price. The Super Hudson is 100,000. The EMD is 70,000 more, even with our discounts. But it goes a little faster. It's a little bit more powerful. So let's go for it. I actually got an achievement. You can't really see it. It's called The Future of the Railway. So that's pretty nice. And oh yeah, we should add I forgot to add dining and mail cars. I should do that. I think I forgot to do that on the San Fran to Los Angeles route, so maybe I should go back and fix that in a sec. Okay, so there's our first passenger line there. Let's also set up the line, whoops, I want to set up a new one. So let's do San Fran to, actually, let's do the freight line first. So there's a freight line from Reading West to Sacramento West to San Francisco and back. Do we have to choose the right track here, because I think it's using, I guess it doesn't really matter which track it uses, but we want to make sure that they're separate. So this one I want the express track to be on the inside, because that's actually very slightly faster. It's a slightly less distance. So I'm going to change the tracks here. So Reading, let's go to Reading over here. Reading, yeah, we want track 1. Or actually track 2, because the one closest to the right-hand side, the outer track, basically. And just for consistency, I'm going to set these up as well. So Sacramento West will be track, what track is that? Track 2, going southbound. San Francisco, that's track 3, that's obvious. And this will be track 1. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I guess I didn't really need to do this part. Actually, you know, let's not do this part, because all we need is the setting on Reading, because once you set that up, that's all you need. Fred says, we all know the moon landing was a hoax and the world is really flat. Yep. Kogri says, I think it's on the wrong track at the end, but it has to go there because you don't have a switch at Reading. Yeah, that's, if I just say Reading this track here, then it doesn't matter. So I just need to set it at one point there. Okay, so this is going to be freight only. Let's do Texas. And yeah, for the next while, we're just gonna keep adding trains to all these lines, and just I'll just start with 1 for each of these. Let's have a new one. So this one, I guess we'll start in Reading as well. San Francisco and Sacramento. Passengers mail only but this track will be, it's already set up like this, but just to confirm, it'll be track 3. And then also make sure I add, need to make sure I add a, so EMD, and then also add dining and mail cars, because those are important. Okay, let's unpause the game. Oh, we got American Central counts on new technology, the end of the steam engine. Let's just read this. Known to us for some years now, diesel locomotives are also becoming increasingly popular with the railroad companies. The maintenance costs of these locomotives are considerably lower than those of conventional steam engines, and less personnel are required to operate them. It has a longer lifespan, uses fuel more efficiently. It's a new era. Kogri says the passenger train from the top. From Portland? I think that's set up properly. Let's take a look here. Yeah, because yeah, I think this is fine because it's actually there's no switch here between the freight. Oh geez, all the express lines are going to collapse because I don't have the upgrades. Hold on here. You can see all these lightning bolts. These are all the ones with express designations, but because we just unlocked the EMD, they're at risk of losing that. So let's see how much will it cost to replace all of the express trains. Only 2 million. So let's do it. We don't want to change the mixed trains. Those will still be. Those are specifically. We want to keep those mixed. So let's go express trains. 2 million. So all of our express trains are now EMDs. But yeah, no, Kogri, the trains coming from up to Portland and Eugene, they're going to be on the leftmost track here because the freight track just terminates at Gold Beach at the moment. Fred says, can we go on the ride on the diesel? Yeah, I'll try to do that toward the end of the stream, but I do want to try to start getting. I want to make sure we complete this task first, or at least get. So I want to make sure I clone enough trains on our lines so that we can get that going. So let's do that right now. First off, let's go fix the yeah, this line here because it does not have. There's our so dining and mail car. I'm going to add these to both of these here. Okay. I think that one's actually coming back to San Fran right now. Let's see, what else do we need? Freight trains. So pause the game here. So let's clone this guy. And then clone that guy here. That's actually a full train. This goal might be actually really easy to complete. So this guy's our freight train from. Why is it producing furniture? Why is that one? The heck is happening there? Okay, that's not what I want because it's bringing furniture into Reading. I mean, that's good, but I mean, what I really want is grain. So I think we just need to add more trains or something. I don't want to prevent this from. There's a furniture factory in Gold Beach. Where is it getting its wood? From here? That's weird. So I'm just going to keep adding trains there. Let's add another train from Portland. I'm just trying to space these out a little bit. So we don't get too many trains on the line. So I think that train just left San Fran. So let's add one more here. Let's also double check. Oh yeah, we need more trains for the warehouse because I think there's only 2 of them right now. So let's go clone a couple there. I think the warehouse is filling up right now. Yep, there's like a whole bunch of fruit waiting there. This line has 4 trains, I think. Oh, grain farm near Eugene. Sure, I'll buy that. I mean, I think the part of the goal is to try to get more businesses owned. I could connect up to that grain farm at some point as well. Maybe up to Eugene. That's probably a good idea, actually. Let's do that right now. Because Eugene also has a brewery, and we need to get some beer up in this area too. So let's excuse me. Let's do that right now. Let's go build that track. And I don't know, should I build another station for Eugene? Sure, let's do it. So let's build that station there. And we'll just build a very simple line just to make sure that this industry doesn't lose money for us. Oops, why am I building like that? There you go. It's a very simple S curve there. Try to tighten it up there. And then Let's go build this here. Double this up. But yeah, we will go ride the diesel in a sec. I just want to make sure we'll probably ride the one. I don't know which line do you guys want to ride on? Do you want to ride the Portland to Reading line, which goes through the tunnel and along the river, or do you want to try riding the San Francisco to Los Angeles line along the coast? We could do both. I'm pretty sure both of them are pretty scenic. Supply tower. One tower there. Little maintenance yard in Eugene. Another way to pronounce that town. And then let's get some grain into Eugene. Freight. Texas. Go. And yeah, I better rename this. So Eugene East. Let's do the first one I suggested. So the Portland to Reading, Portland, Eugene, Gold Beach, Reading line. Okay. Actually, let's okay, I'm just going to do another run of adding more trains, and then when we come back up to here, I'll add a train and we'll ride that one from Portland. So let's do that. So, okay, that one's from San Fran. Geez, that's a lot of money. 15,000. Oh boy, this is making lots of money for us. I need some more freight trains on this thing. Let's add some of that. Looks like, oh, you can see some of the meat is coming from Sacramento back up to Reading there. So this is going to be pretty profitable because beer again is coming down here and meat's coming up there. So very, very nice exchange there. What do we need? Let's check our San Francisco line. Yeah, these are making bank right now. Let's get another one there. And then yeah, we need another train for the warehouse. Let's also check this line here. Yeah, these are not making money, but they are continually pumping fruit and vegetables into the warehouse. These trains are kind of stuck. I'm actually thinking maybe we might have maybe one or two too many trains on this line because we only have one platform for four of these trains. So, but they're all full. So maybe we can just leave it like that for now. Okay, let's get a fourth EMD on the Reading-Sacramento route. And a fourth on the freight one of the same itinerary. And let's go to the freight line from Gold Beach. Let's add a couple there. Okay. Alright, let's go ride the train from Portland. Oh, actually, there's one that just left there. Let's wait. Actually, let's wait a bit. I want to try to space them out a little bit because I think there are only two other trains running on this one. Actually, let's clone. Okay, let's ride this one. So let's go on board here. Oops. There's actually no side camera because we're actually riding from the front, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Let's play around with the whistle here. Let's look back here. So we got polluting there. Yeah, so I mean, like when I push the left and right keys, it's not. There isn't too much of a difference there. So here we are in Eugene. I should probably rename Eugene Station. Okay, here's the tunnel. Actually, I've never ridden through a tunnel before. Ooh, the headlights turn on. That's pretty cool. Probably gonna... I'm not sure when it's gonna stop at a supply tower, though. I mean, the diesels definitely don't need as much maintenance, it seems. So there's our freight train over there on the left, where this is Gold Beach. I think we're not going to be able to see the freight train because it's slower. It's slightly slower than us, but it's probably just behind us on the left there. Okay, so here we have to kind of go on this lower bridge here. There's another freight train there. Fred says, will the towns ever adopt cars rather than wagons? Yeah, I mean, by this point in time, I think cars should start getting more prevalent. But looks like maybe they didn't put that in the game. Nope, I think we're stopping for some fuel here, or water. You guys can probably barely hear me because the train is quite loud at the moment. There's another EMD there. And there is Reading, not Eugene, Reading. And there's a train to Sacramento. Maybe we'll go ride that one next, and then we can ride the one down to Los Angeles. So there we go. Oh, actually, that one's leaving right now. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, I want to just check, just make sure that we're on the right track here. Okay, so we're at 2.278 million. I think if we just add more trains, I think we should be able to get that goal pretty easily. So let's go save. I will go do that right now. So Portland, let's clone that one. Go four trains on that line. And then our freight train here. Excuse me. I'm not sure if we need more trains on this one because got our grain there. Let's try focusing on more on passenger service. Okay, so let's go back to Los Angeles to... Oh, actually, let's see if we can get some more upgrades. So this one, it's freight cars. I think we already got all the ones that said that improved ticket sales. So we're not going to get... We can get ones that maybe increase the number of passengers. I'm trying to find them. Find if we've missed any of them here. Accelerate train maintenance by 40%. Let's go back here. Increase the profits of our factories. Increase the number of passengers in every city where your city has a station by 8%. Increase the time passengers in cities wait for trains by 20%. So we could either get... We probably want to get one of these here. I'm going to actually get this one here. Just get more passengers if we can. Okay. So we have, yeah, I see all these trains are making so much money. Let's add a 6th train on this one. Let's add, got our 4 warehouse trains. I think we can definitely add 2 more here. Let's add a 5th one there. On this express line, oh, they're all express trains. Let's add 5th one there, and also a 5th one on this freight line here. And then what about, okay, we're just going back to Portland again. So another passenger train there. And then another freight train. Where is the freight train there? Yeah, this one, considering how many, yeah, I think we can add probably another 2 there. I think both of these cities are still, yeah, they definitely shrunk a little bit, but we can maybe try pumping in some sugar into both of them, maybe to see if that'll make them grow. But again, I'm just trying to focus on passenger numbers, and maybe we might have to expand to another city. Maybe like there's Carson City over there. We could build a little passenger line from Bodie, perhaps. Actually, Bodie, maybe all the way up. We could, ooh, here's like an interesting idea. Ah, I have an idea. So, if you recall from, we haven't actually looked at this part of the map in a while, but we have currently an express line from Flagstaff via Kingman up to Bodie. You can see this track right here. And then this track up here from Elko, it goes Flagstaff, Kingman, and up to Elko. This one's actually mixed because we want to be able to grab some beer from Elko down and bring it down to Kingman and Flagstaff. But the thing is, if you're a passenger in Elko and you want to get to Bodie, there's no direct way to get there at the moment because you have to go take this train all the way down to Kingman and then go back up this whole track up to Bodie. But now I've actually seen there's Winnemucca here and there's Carson City over here. So what we could do is build a passenger line from Elko around these 2 cities and then connect up to Bodie. So I think that's the next thing I'm going to do, just to make sure that we complete this goal, and might as well just for completeness in terms of the railway. So let's do this. Let's go to Bodie. Oh, there's no maintenance building here. Let's expand that station. And suddenly the whole city disappeared. I should also rename these stations. So this is Bodie South, this is Bodie North. And this is going to be a very simple line. So some regular train stations. It's also very flat. So nothing like what we endured in the northwest over there. Do I want to go through? There's a lake in the way. I wonder if I should go on the left side or the right side. There's also a cement. It's like a cement. I don't know what you would call it. A cement factory over there, or a cement pit or something. Yeah, let's go around. No, actually, no. Let's try to go. I'm gonna try to go on the south side of that lake. So let's go maybe here. Then Winnemucca. We'll build that station down here. Oh, I have to connect to Carson City first, so I'll do that in a sec. And Elko only has the one station down here, but we also have this dummy station that we can actually use now. So let's build a maintenance building there. Krogry says, okay, see you, I'm going to sports now. Have a good one. Alright, thanks for coming by, Krogry. And thanks for all the advice from last stream. Okay, so let's build our line from Bodie here. Gonna go up. I guess we could, I don't know if I should cut through that hill there, because not really much of a incline, I think. So let's, okay, so let's maybe spread this out a little bit. I noticed the music stopped playing. Again, I'm not sure what causes the music to just suddenly stop like that. But considering we're very close to ending this mission, I think I'm not going to bother restarting the game and all that. Today's probably going to be a fairly short stream anyway, because we're just finishing this mission only. Okay, so Carson City. Okay, now we can build the station in Winnemucca. It's a funny name for a city, but Actually, why am I building it like that? Build it like that. Okay, so now we have to go around this lake. Let me actually double this track first. So we're going to... Maybe I should have done the... No, this is fine. So we'll do outside track here. Okay, and then I'll use the outside track here to go as close to the lake as I can, like this. And then we'll bounce, basically S-curve ourselves out, avoiding the cement thing. And then we'll head to Winnemucca like that. I wonder what the name of that lake is. I'm not really familiar with this part of the United States. Okay, now for the last stretch into Elko. This is literally just flat, so I mean, there's not really much to do here. Actually, let's connect with this track here. Okay. Are we building any bridges here? Doesn't look like it. I want to make sure I don't. We're actually kind of going through a hill there, but that's an okay incline. And then back up here. But yeah, once I set up this line, we'll after this we'll start. Oh, thanks, numbers guy Yao, for the 5 bits. Much appreciated. But yeah, after we build this line and set up some trains, we'll go ride maybe the Reading to Sacramento, oh sorry, the Reading to San Francisco train. And then after that, we'll ride the one from... Basically, we're kind of in real life transferring. We'll transfer at San Francisco and then take the train down to Los Angeles. Or Los Angles, whatever you want to pronounce it. Los Angeles. Okay, signal time. Actually see the signals there all the way down to Bodie. Oh yeah, so Fred, the lake is, at least on this map, it's just north of Carson City. So actually probably, it looks like it's northeast of it. There's another lake over on the west side, but that's into the mountains. I'm not entirely sure if this map is exactly geographically accurate. So, but yeah, I'm curious what that lake is, because it kind of seems like I wonder, because that's Salt Lake over there, right? So I don't know what these other lakes are. Okay, so that's a train. Let's make sure we have sufficient supply. I'm gonna put a few here and there. Maybe put one right there in between Winnemucca and Carson City. And same thing with Elko here. This one between Bodie and Carson, I think I'll add a second one. Maybe closer to Carson, maybe right here. Fred says the one in the west should be bigger. Okay. I don't know, I guess if someone really wanted to, I guess... Oh, yeah, we can... I mean, we could probably do it ourselves. We could tunnel from Sacramento to Carson and have that connection there. That'd be pretty cool. Or we could even have we could have another express line, perhaps, that goes from San Fran to Carson. And then that would actually bridge the gap there. Could do that. Maybe we should do that. Okay, so Bodie has a maintenance yard. Carson City now has a maintenance yard, and Winnemucca, sure, might as well. And Elko North. Oh, that one already, actually that one has a maintenance building. Okay, so now let's build our line. So Bodie, Carson, Winnemucca, Elko North, and back. Passengers only, please. And EMD unit. Oh, I also forgot to add dining and mail cars. And you know what? Let's... I want to build that line to Carson City from San Francisco. Let's go do that right now. Since we have a bunch of tracks here that are not being used. So I feel like I want to do that. Let's see. So over here we have... Yeah, all of Sacramento West stations used up because those are the trains going to Reading for both express and freight service. And then Sacramento has Sacramento East has 3 empty tracks. So we're definitely going to use this station. Then when it gets down to San Francisco, we have actually 2 tracks available on San Francisco, I guess north. So let's go use this track. Maybe? Yeah, let's use this one. We actually can probably go completely around the, actually we can see if we can do this. I go completely around the bay there. And we can definitely merge with that supply tower again, so let's do that right now. Okay, build our own bridge, but this time this bridge is going to go all the way to Sacramento East here. I also want to try to get the sugar in. Well, I think I'll leave 1 track available, so let's do that. Okay, so that looks good. We also probably need to look up how much this tunnel's going to cost us. Actually, doesn't Fred or anyone else, does anyone know, is there an actual tunnel train that goes from Sacramento to Carson? Speaking of that lake anyway. Because this train's gonna go, like, through this tunnel, then it's gonna have to go around this lake at some point. I'm kind of curious if there is actually some sort of rail or maybe even a road connection nowadays. Okay, so there's a double track there. Let's see here. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go on the northern side of this lake, and I'll probably build a separate station for this, I think. Let's see, small train station. I think I'll actually build it like this. Okay, so let's see how much this costs. We have 16 million in the bank right now. So I mean, hopefully it's not gonna cost that much. Let's see, I'm already getting a 10% incline going up this part of the hill, so maybe... Let's just see what happens if we just go right across from here. That's actually not that much. It's $1 million. And that is including a bridge there, which I don't really want. We want to try to avoid that, so let's go do that instead. Yeah, that's not that much. That's only $1 million. Which, I'm not sure if that's an accurate price for a tunnel of that sort of size going through the Rockies like that. But, yeah, okay. It only costs $1 million, then I'm not going to complain. So, let's build this. Fred says there was probably a freight line nearby. I see. I'm more curious if there was ever actually a passenger line that went through here. Probably not, I think, though, right? Oh, this could be, Carson's a grain-producing city, so we could also deliver some meat into Carson City this way from Sacramento. Or even San Francisco. So we could have, problem is we don't have enough, tracks for that, I think. So this train could be, I think I'll just make this a mixed train actually, because we might, is there any grain around here? Not really. Maybe not. No, let's just focus on express service, so let's just do that. I would have made this mixed if there was grain on the Carson City side, or at least Carson City could start producing beer, but I don't really see any good... I think the closest grain farms are way up here. So, I mean, if we wanted to, we could connect all the way to Winnemucca and then bring beer that way, which might work. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... No, let's just leave it like this for now. I think I've had enough novelty of building tunnels. I don't want to bore you guys with building more lines. So let's try to finish this mission here. So I mean, there's going to be duplicate service because we already have the express train from San Fran to Sacramento, but I think that's okay. Okay, supply tower's already there. We want probably one, definitely need one on this side of the Rockies, so let's put one here. And then this station, let's put in a maintenance building. Nope. Darren Tyler Tarzan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I appreciate that greatly. Okay, supply tower. Okay, that looks pretty good. Did I build a maintenance building here? Yes, I did. Okay. I don't know, should I build... Should I extend this? Because, I mean... we're already getting beer from up here. I don't know if we need more... Actually, let's... I'm just kind of curious, is Sacramento doing okay in terms of beer? Yeah, there's lots of beer in Sacramento. So... the only thing that would be different would be we get meat up into these cities as well. Now let's, you know what, let's just start with this. So let's go, okay, Sacramento, or San Francisco north to Sacramento east to Carson City 2. I'm gonna rename that thing. Passengers only. EMD. And let's go... I want to rename this station. So this is Carson City East. Now, of course, there's not enough space for my name because this game sucks. And this one will be Carson City West. Oh, Fred has some historical information. No, they had... the freight trains had to go north, so probably around to Reading, I'm guessing, because there's a little bit of a pass here. Fred says, many of the old railways were scrapped and ripped up like parts of the Transcontinental Railroad. The VNT Railroad, though, goes through Carson City to Reno, or went there. Where's Reno on this map? I don't think there is a Reno anywhere on here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Reno, Nevada, so that would be... there's no Las Vegas, so I don't know where that is either. Okay, let's just keep on cloning trains. It's going to do another run through here. So, got our 5 trains on Portland to Eugene. Let's go clone that one. Got our freight farm near Eugene. Sure, I'm just going to buy it just for... I'm just trying to also get this goal of owning industries. That we could just buy out a whole bunch and just win the scenario that way. Freight trains, I think... yeah, we need one more on this one. So 6 of them in total. And then the Sacramento to Reading lines. Let's get 6 EMDs there. Get our 6th freight train as well. Let's go check on... Okay, also, yeah, this one we just built, so this one to Carson City. Oh, I forgot to... Whoops. I always forget to add dining and mail cars. So let's go back to this one here. So, dining, mail car. We'll start with 2 on that one. This is our Los Angeles line. Yeah, let's clone that one. That's definitely needs some more loving. Breakdown bad condition. Oh, yeah. There's a bit of a backlog there. Reno should be near Carson City North, in fact. So probably around here, I'm guessing. It's funny that's not even on this map, though. Okay. Just checking my trains here. Let's add another one to Carson. And let's take a look here. Yeah, we're at 2.6 million, so I mean, not too surprised here. Let's add another... How many trains are in this one? So there's 6 trains from Portland to Eugene. I think we can definitely add... Yeah, these are mostly all full, all over the place, so let's keep on cloning that one. And after we do this, so I'm just gonna add a couple more trains. So this freight line to Gold Beach, I think that one's full up, because that one's a shorter line. I don't think there's any need to, yeah, this, you can see that train just arrived, and there's, I think there's a train coming up there, so yeah, 6 is good enough for that line, I think. And then this line from Reading to Sacramento, yeah, there's quite a bit moving around there. I think I might add 8 trains on this one. So let's go add this one here. Oh, I see what's happening here. Yeah, there's already 6 trains on this express line. We can see that there's a train waiting outside Sacramento. I don't know if we need another train. It might be because maybe they're all bunched up there. Let's just take a look. Oh yeah, these are all full as well. You know what? Yeah, let's get some more trains on this one. So 7th train there. And then back to this freight train. So let's add another one there. And then let's go Los Angeles here. Got 7 trains. Let's get another one there. So 8 trains on that route. Nice. Okay, so yeah, we've completed the 2.9. So the last thing we need to do is buy industries, and that's super easy to do. But before we do that, I think I will just ride some of the trains, starting from, let's start with the Reading to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco down to San Diego, actually no, Los Angeles. And then we can also probably, let's also ride the Los Angeles to Tucson. So we'll ride 3 different trains, and then end the stream there. I'm just gonna add one more on this guy. Actually, let's ride this one. This one that we just built. I think it's actually waiting to get clearance, so let's wait for that. There it is. So again, this one's from Reading to San Francisco. Go on this side here. See the, yeah, we're crossing over that gap here. The river's on the right hand side. You can see a storm. Oh, geez. $113 million. Yep. Very valuable. Okay, So yeah, might have had too many trains on this line, but yeah, there's a train ahead of us right now. Have to wait for that to clear the station. San Francisco. There's a lot of train noises, so you probably can't hear my voice, or it's should be really hard to hear me, I think. But there's San Francisco there. And we have to wait for this EMD to come out before we can get into there. We can actually see the ocean right at the end there. Okay, so that was the Reading to San Francisco line. Let me just go get some more. Let's get this upgrade here. And yeah, okay, now let's go ride the Actually, how much time do I have? Oh, I have like 10 years before I can do that task. I'm actually okay there. So next one we're going to ride is from San Francisco to all the way down the coast to San Diego. I might actually add a couple more trains on this one because this one's quite a little bit longer. Let's add a 9th train, and then we'll wait for this one to go, and then we'll go on the 10th train once that one's left the station. So there it goes. To check on our Carson City line, can also probably add a 4th one there. Okay, so there's that train coming in. Okay, so after this train, let's clone this one. So Los Angeles number... we gotta wait for it to come out here. There it is. And let's ride this one. Yeah, we're right behind that EMD there, but yeah. Again, this one only goes to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles will transfer onto the train to Tucson and San Diego. To maybe take a look around here, so looking back here, also do a low track. Oh, actually you can see the looks like that EMD is stopping that supply tire. I guess we're not stopping at supply tire because we're a new train. That train's been running for quite a while. I'm pretty sure we're going to stop at maybe the next supply tire, perhaps. Okay, going over this hill. Yeah, my guess. my hypothesis was correct. We're gonna stop here for some water, sand, and oil. I guess water isn't really used. I guess fuel would. I guess that'd be really. The diesel train would be really refueling instead, and maybe getting some sand in case it needs to go up hills or something. So I'm gonna wait for that guy to leave. Then we'll transfer onto the train to Tucson. You can see that, yeah, there's still horse and buggies still in this age, which is not exactly accurate. I think cars definitely became prevalent, much more prevalent, starting this era. So maybe they'll do an expansion for this game and change that for anything after 1920. Okay, so we're in Los Angeles now, pretending we're traveling from all the way from Portland down to New Mexico. So let's go ride this train here. This one's loading up, I think. So we'll stop here, I guess. Yeah, San Diego is we've actually grown it quite a lot. There's a lot of skyscrapers here. So the next stop is Yuma, which is then after that is Tucson. Yuma is also quite large because it was, again, in addition to San Diego, one of the other city that we expanded quite a bit because it was connected to our warehouse. You can actually see the buildings from over here. Why is there a train stuck up ahead? That seems... Did that one break down or something? Like, what's wrong with that train? I can actually see there's a guy in the, there's the engineer in the EMD there. But I think looks like there's some sort of backlog near Tucson. So I guess we're gonna progress very slowly in this area. Probably have too many trains on this line. Okay, so I can remember this part. We actually went around all these industries, so that's why we had to go. We didn't go straight ahead to Tucson there. Gonna wait for that train there, and then, yeah, no. We will complete our journey from Portland all the way down to Tucson. All right. So I wonder how many kilometers that was, but I hope you guys enjoyed that little journey. I know people have been asking to ride the trains and all that, so hopefully that'll satisfy your wants there. So the last thing we need to do is to buy 6 more industries. And we have so much money, so I'm just going to buy some random industries. Probably ones that are not connected to our network, I think. So let's go buy... Can we buy this one? How much do you cost? 1 million? Sure. We don't have to do any auctions. So that's good. So let's buy... I don't know. Let's buy some grain farm. Let's buy this one here. That's 2. Let's buy this one here. 3. What else? Let's buy the wood. We didn't get to connect any wood to any of these cities, so that one's actually really cheap. So sugar, let's buy the sugar ones as well. That's 3 million, that's nothing. And this sugar farm down here. So that's 18. Only 18, I thought. I'm pretty sure I bought more than that. Why is that only 18? Something wrong here? Oh, there is a grain farm right there in Garson City. Oh, I could have gone connected to this one. Let's buy this guy. So I buy this one. It should update to... This thing doesn't update very well. It only says to own 21 industries and rural businesses. So I mean, why would it not update so quickly? Let's see, what else can we buy? Can we buy this meat industry maybe? That's... Okay. Alright, so that is the end of this scenario, or not scenario, the free mode on the West Coast. I mean, we kind of went off easy. We went with a normal AI, and we went with... we enabled pausing with the spacebar key. So... But no, at least it was a lot less stressful in the scenarios, I think. Even with the task that we had to do. So let's go check our final rating. Oh! Okay, looks like we did these... Even with all that, we still got the present rating, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm really surprised by that, actually. So initial capital rating, our competitor rating was 2. Our time rating was not full there. We only got 16.3 out of 20, but still looks like we got enough points to compensate for that. So 32.7. I see, so the overall rating was still enough. Took about 11 years to do this. Our company value is 136 million. 169 rail lines, 57 stations. That's a lot of miles there. Like literally our company value just sort of... This graph doesn't really show us very much information. So I could keep on playing and expanding, but as I said, I think this will be the last time I'll be playing Railway Empire for a while. So let's go back to the main menu here and close off this stream. Alright folks, so yes, as I said, this will be the last Railway Empire stream I'll be doing for quite a while, at least until maybe they do the developers of this game do a significant update. But no, it's been fun. We played all the campaign, we played 4 scenarios, we played a free mode game, there's quite a bit of content in this game, but I think it's time to move on to other games. And speaking of those, so later this week on Wednesday, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I'll be starting a playthrough of Oxygen Not Included. And then the following day, on Thursday, is when Surviving Mars is released publicly. So I'll be playing that as well. So we'll be starting 2 new games on Wednesday and Thursday. And also on Friday, we'll be trying to play some Interplanetary with LD and Chief. Once again, if you're in the Discord, for my channel, I am putting out a call for anyone who wants to join in on that game. So if you have the game and are interested in playing, please let me know on the Discord and we can definitely include you there. Because the more players we have in that game, the more chaos and fun we'll have. And I don't think you guys want to miss out on the fun. Alright, so yeah, that's all from me. If you feel free to follow me on my channel if you want to get notified on when I'll be live. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. That's where I'll post notifications as well, and also my schedule for the coming weeks. And of course, I'll be uploading this stream up to my YouTube channel, and just rounding out the end of this Railway Empire playlist on there. And yeah, that's all I have to say, I think. But yeah, to this game, I think I'll say a few words about this game, though. Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't recommend it, considering the price. I think it's still too overpriced for what it gives you. There's a lot of content, but it is kind of a flawed game. There isn't... The scenarios are very either straightforward or they're very difficult. And I wish there was more variety, I guess. Like, maybe similar to what we had in Railroad Tycoon 3, because there are some scenarios in that game that were actually like a lot more interesting. You actually had timed events that actually occurred when you connected to cities and that sort of stuff. So yeah, they definitely need to work on this game. It looks like they are starting to update it, but maybe we'll come back to this game at some point. So, but yeah, if you are considering to get this game, I would still recommend you wait for a sale. Probably on Steam or something before you get it, because at the moment I cannot completely recommend it at the price at the moment. So okay, that's all from me. Thanks for everyone who have been watching my Railway Empire streams and on YouTube, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for some Oxygen Not Included. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys next time.